Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Martin with The Contoured Chemist. You guys, I'm feeling fall. It's officially fall and I haven't done any fall makeup looks yet. So I will be honest, I'm a little overwhelmed because I was like, I'm just gonna come pull out all of my favorite fall blushes and I probably have like 30 in front of me. If you don't already know, fall is my favorite season, and these are the colors I reach for the most, so my collection is large. So we're gonna use a little bit of Seint and a little bit of everything else, and we're gonna create a look. My goal was to do a natural fall look, but I got some bold colors in front of me too. I just don't know what's gonna happen, so we're just gonna play. I've got some new products to test, some old favorites, so let's do some fall makeup. If you want to check it out, please keep watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for being here. I keep looking down and being like, ooh, I should use that. Too many options. I should have polled you guys on what you wanted to see. So maybe next time, because that would have been easier. I have decision fatigue at the moment. So let's go ahead and start and prep a little bit. So I ordered some stuff from a indie brand called Scrandy Beauty. Have you guys heard of it? Some lip plumpers. This one is spicy. There's a glossy and a matte, and I really have been enjoying this matte one. So we're just gonna prep the lips. It does kind of give, like you guys know, my lips are very transparent. It gives quite the flush, kind of a red pigment, but this one is matte, which I like to put on first. And then my lips are kind of dry. That is hydrating. But I'm gonna go ahead and put on a lip balm just to kind of make sure my lips are prepped and ready to go by the time I get there. Let's see, I don't think I've showed you guys this one. This is the newest one from Violet FR, the Balm Amour. I have to say it's pricey, but it's really good. I definitely would recommend her. She has a ceramic tip, so it's like cooling, and it's just a fantastic lip balm. It's really easy to find when I throw it in a drawer because it's a beautiful blue. I have nothing bad to say. It's kind of vanilla-ish. Is that a word? Vanilla-ish. She's lovely. Let's try some sunscreen. I just got a package from Live Tinted. I've always wanted to try this brand. Oh, I should have put this on. Unity Balm, and I have 3 different kinds of sunscreen. Let's see, they have their Hue Guard, which is 3-in-1 mineral sunscreen moisturizer primer, SPF 30. We have their Skin Tint, SPF 50, and their Glotion, SPF 50. And I checked in, all of these are silicone free, which made me really happy. So the question is, I feel like I need some glow. Is this tinted? Medium light. Ooh, where should I use the tint? Well, now I can't decide. We'll obviously test all of these and let you guys know my thoughts. And then, ooh, this looks good. Caramel Glaze Unity Balm. Maybe I just need to put a little on top. I mean, it's pretty. I've heard nothing but great things about this brand, so I don't know if you can see it. Combine them all. Glotion kind of looks similar in color to like the light version of the Glotion I usually use, the Glow Screen Skin Tint. It looks like it's going to be very sheer tinted wise. Oh man, I can't decide. I think I'm going to go with the glowy one. Let's see if I can get enough of this on to give me full protection. So cute packaging, definitely liquidy which means I might need 3. Well, not super liquidy. We're gonna go ahead and do 3 finger widths to be safe. I did get light medium, and they do have, I believe, 2 darker colors or 1 lighter. And I know they have darker shades. They're known for having darker tones. Wow, that went on super easy. Really nice, because it is a mineral, okay, not chemical, which tends to give a white cast depending on the formulation. I really like that, but I'll be back because I gotta give that 10 minutes to dry down set so it doesn't move when I put on my makeup. All right, love the finish. I feel like a really large range of skin tones could use this. It looks really beautiful. Just my skin looks a lot more glowy. Obviously, if you do not like a glowy look, you wanna skip the glotion. So I went ahead and primed my eyes. And now, since I'm feeling a little washed out, I had forgotten about this. Like, this is what happens when I have too many products. We're gonna go ahead and use the Makeup by Mario. This is the Soft Sculpt Bronzing and Shaping Serum. And we're gonna use this as underpainting because I feel like I'm looking a little washed out. I most definitely washed all my self tanner away. My favorite thing about this is that it's very sheer, very buildable. It has the doe foot or the pump so that you can use as little or as much as you want. It also blends super easy. It's the perfect product for underpainting when you feel like you just need a little bit of color back in your skin. So I decided as I sat there waiting for my sunscreen to dry, I am going to show you guys a natural fall look, like the epitome of some of all my favorite products. So I'm gonna be using a little bit of everything. To get, you know, that glowy going in, transitioning your look into fall. That's my goal. So Mario F4 and the sculpting serum is for underpainting. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go in because it is still my favorite of all time. Wearing it every single day at conference just ensured me that nothing looks better than Seint creams at the end of the day than the 1,000 skin tints I've been testing all summer. They just don't have the same longevity, and there are some good ones, but I'm gonna go ahead and get my signature coverage where I need it, but still letting my skin show with my Seint creams using my favorite brushes. So I am gonna use the blend brush to correct where I need it. My lip line is looking a little red from that plumper. And no other application method is quite the same than when I use this brush. So I'm really kind of hitting all my hyperpigmentation using the least amount of product possible while kind of blurring out those dark spots. Adding color where I'm lighter, like my color corrector doesn't just go where I have the darkest points, but it's literally going to help even out my skin tone at the same time. Anywhere I have texture. My rosacea is the worst right here. More dark spots. And adding color under my eyes where I'm lighter. which also helps blur out all that dark spots I have under my eyes. Blue and purple tones, inside corner, veins. Nothing is a magic eraser. I have yet to find a concealer, another cream, anything that works like this with so little product that it still looks like skin. Like, it does not look like I have an orange color corrector on my face. The amount of messages I get of people scared of this color, it's crazy to me. You just don't apply very much. It's magical. I can honestly say if it wasn't for the shade Mango, I don't know if I'd still be wearing Seint to this day. It is everything I need in this makeup. Like, I could do my full face just with that color and be good. So that was Mango only. You can tell how much that helped me by itself, because my main shade that actually matches my neck cannot do that. So I'm gonna go in with the Pilot brush because I am obsessed with these black bristles and the softness of this brush. Like, you guys know I've never really been a fan of the 3D. This one has me converted. So now I can go in with my main and I'm just gonna tap it on. I feel like this brush does give a lighter hand than the blush and bronzer. And that's been my go-to for so long, but the way this evens out my skin with, just doesn't pick up as much. Oh, it's perfection. If you like a natural look. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with this small brush and just tap on a little bit more main shade, which I'm using Sandy today, just to kind of build up a little bit more coverage around my eyes, where I see a little bit more purple and blue peeking through still. There you go. There's my 3D foundation. I'm gonna go back in with the detail brush this time, and I am gonna contour because I have a lot of contours in my collection and a lot of bronzers. Usually I like real sheer bronzers, but I don't feel like I necessarily need a bronzer with that underpainting technique because I can still see the warmth. So I'm just gonna go in with a cool contour because Seint gives coverage and nothing else I've ever found has. So, and I guess just because I've applied it for so many years, I can do my face so much faster. Like, I know exactly how much to pick up and how to press it on. Okay, since my hair is in a headband, I need a lot of forehead contouring. Okay, and I am gonna go ahead and pick up one of our new pencils. This is Pepper because it is faster to just kind of draw some stripes under the lip, and then I'm just gonna grab that detail and blend it out. Easy peasy, my foundation's done. Do I need extra bronzer? I don't know if I do. So I'm gonna wait. I like to wait until I'm done with my full face to see. Sometimes I need to kind of help the blush merge. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and perfect around my eyes and just make sure I have no harsh lines per usual before we get to the fun part, which is blush choices. Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and set my under eyes and my eyelids. I'm gonna use the Vive Modern Powder Perfector in shade medium. I gotta be careful because I have already hit pan and cracked it. I love this powder. So I feel like I can use it to set my full face, and it blurs so well and does not make me look older. And not to mention, it's just stunning. Like, I don't know, when something's pretty, makes me use it more, right? I'm using the Nikki LaRose N14, and I'm gonna go ahead and just hit the center of my face and then go in generously on my lids. So I have a nice base for eyeshadow. And another Vive product I can't stop using. Probably, I've said this probably before, but it's my favorite highlight of all time. This is Nova Glow Liquid Light, and I'm gonna use Holy Chic today, which is the pretty gold shimmer. I don't feel like this is too, like, I feel like this is a very neutral gold, so anyone can use it, but a little goes a long way. I'm gonna put it on the high points so that way it's showing through my blush. And then I'm gonna use Jamie's technique of just kind of using your hands to blur it out so you don't get fingerprints. It's genius. It works every time. Is that color not stunning? I just love how natural and glowy it is. It looks good with any other makeup options. And so that way we can kind of see it through the blush. Since I can't decide a blush, I'm gonna share a lot of my favorite blush tones with you guys. Rapid fire style, and hope something speaks to me. When I think of fall tones, think berry, brown, burgundy, the 3 Bs. Obviously there's like some lighter nuanced shades to berry, like mauves and plum. Browns can have some more neutral tones in there as well. In a lot of my collection, it's hard for me to distinguish between brown and burgundy because they're a little bit of a mixture. So alas, let me show you my categories, and we're gonna go with like cool and warm. So the berry tones are gonna be more in the cool category. Obviously, the brown burgundies are going to be a little bit warmer, depending on your preference. I feel like I tend to gravitate towards warmer berries because I do like warm tones on myself personally. So I'm gonna show you my assortment. I have a lot because I love all of these shades depending on my mood. And I don't know what I'm gonna do today. So let's go through cool and warm shades. I pulled some lighter ones as well because I wanted to show if you have a lighter skin tone. Some of my berries are pretty deep. So first we're gonna start off with the first swatch, and this is Versed in the shade Bloom. And I feel like this is more of that pinky mauve category. I have a lot of Rhode pocket blushes because these shades are so good. Next is Sleepy Girl from Rhode. It is like, if you're looking for the perfect lighter mauve, she's your girl. These are gonna be a little bit dewier, and this one's a little bit more of that powder matte, and this one is Speak Easy by Soshi, and this is that Alluring Pillow Blush. Kind of is this creamy formulation that then sets down as a powder. One of my favorite formulations of blushes because it has great staying power. Next is gonna be more in the neutral category. One of my favorite blush shades of all time that I feel like I wear year round, and to me this is the perfect neutral, so right in between the cool and warm. This is Patrick Ta's Double Take Cream and Powder Blush. She's seductive. So we have the cream and powder, and I do feel like it's like the perfect rosy nude, which looks so pretty in fall. If you don't want something dark It's a great natural looking color that still takes you into fall as seasons are transitioning, but I'll be honest, I wear this all year round. If in doubt, I put this on and I'm like, wow, it just always looks so good. The next three are going into those maybe like warmer, pinky, berry, still mauve. Gosh, that looks really cool compared to what I thought it would. First we have the Beauty Pie Luxe Shine Blush Stick in Terra Rosa, which is a really pretty warm rose. Looks great in fall. The next is one of my favorite shades. I thought this would be very similar to the Patrick Ta, but this is Rhode's new Tan Line Pocket Blush. Why that looks so much warmer than it does on my arm, I don't really know. I feel like it looks way cooler on my arm. It almost looks more similar to Sleepy Girl than I expected. Sleepy Girl, Tan Line. I need to do a full swatch of all of their pocket blushes because I've never done that, and they do have some shades that are pretty close to one another. And then the last one is Merit's Postmodern. I will say, if you're a Merit lover, there's a new holiday set with 3. And of course I got it. One of them is not very fallish, but the other 2 are. And so this is like a warmer berry tone, but I feel like all of these, because they're a little bit more sheer, especially the Merit formulation, are really good for lighter skin tones. I think this video is what I needed for myself to realize I need to stop buying berry blushes because they all look so similar when swatched. So let's do a quick little lineup. Here we go. Doo-Doo, is that the name? Baby Cheeks, Westman Atelier. Let's see, where did I start? This one right there. It's a beautiful, brighter berry. Favorite formulations if you like a matte lip and cheek. The Soft Smudge by KJH are fabulous. This is Soft Berry right there. Beautiful. That one is probably one of my favorites after swatching all of them. Huda Beauty Faux Filter in Black Cherry. One of my favorites, kind of layer, has a staining effect. Really beautiful. Beauty Pie in Sexy Berry. Another cream blush right there. Aren't they all so similar? Do I need these all? No, I don't. I love my options. Not saying they all wear the same, because I would say they probably don't. Next is the Sachu Beauty Cheek Stay-In I'm Bold. Now I'd say this is definitely the brightest berry tone of any of them. And these have great staying power. Not the best staying power, but one of the best tone and nuance of color. I shared this before. This is Bespoke from Merit. I'm obsessed with this. And it's more of a brownie plum if you look. Like, it still has some berry, but I think this could also probably go in the next category as well. We have Berry Smitten from Sochi right here. Again, that beautiful blur. First Loves. It looks like it's barely been touched, but I promise I love this color. It just takes very little to get any color payoff because it is so pigmented. This is She's Wanted from Patrick Ta, cream and powder. Last but not least, I definitely say you do not need both of these. But when they were launched, I really couldn't decide between them. And so this is Rhode Pocket Blushes Date Cake versus Plum. Date Cake has more red in it. Oh gosh, it's getting everywhere. And Plum has more purple. They are very similar. In fact, I was kind of surprised when they launched them. just how similar they really were. Both beautiful, don't get me wrong, but there is our berry lineup. My favorite probably now that I probably never would have worn years ago until I actually tried it is kind of that brown burgundy tone. So let's swatch those. Okay, rapid fire style. These tones are my favorite now, and I probably wouldn't have ever touched them 10 years ago. That's what experimenting can do. So I've got some liquids, powders, all the things. First off, we've got Vive Sunset Blush Balm, the shade Piazza. I love putting liquid blushes under creams or under powders. They have the best staying power. These are freaking fabulous. They give a beautiful glow to the skin as well. I don't know if you can tell. Now, if you like matte, one of my very favorites ever is the KJH in Soft Raisin. That tone is gorgeous. If you're the opposite and you want some glassy skin vibes, House Labs Glassy Cinnamon will give you that. Now, I feel like a lot of these colors got their popularity during the bronzer vibes. All of these, in my opinion, can be used as bronzer, blush, and bronzer, and you don't need dupe products, which I feel like is part of the reason why they got so popular is they're just easy to throw on and they look effortless. The next one is one that started my addiction, and that is Latte in the Huda Beauty blush filters. That one is right there. Super pigmented, takes a little, it's so easy to use as blush and bronzer. The Sochi Beauty in Copper Spice surprised me. It was like my favorite of all of their shades. That tone, so good. Another one from that holiday set from Merit is called Redux. Beautiful color. Love that. So if you love these tones and you love the glow that the Merit ones give you, but maybe they don't have the best staying power, because I know they don't for me, I would put something like one of these liquid blushes under it and then put it on. That's what I do. Gives you the same vibe. Great staying power. Probably what started the entire trend of this tonality would be this color and all the viralness. And this color is everything. And I do believe it is completely worth the hype. But as you can see, there are similar ones out there. And that is Toasted Teddy from Rhode. Beautiful. Like one of my favorite blushes of all time. And it's just got that depth, but you can use a little bit. Again, you can tell from the tones of these, you're gonna be able to get a similar look. You do not have to pay that much. And I've been loving this one. I know it's not red, but like when it's game day with my kids, I don't know why, it pulls a little bit warmer on me, so it looks a little red without being red. And it's this Beach Please, probably because it mimics the look of a tan sunburn. The Tower 28 Power Hour. This one looks scarier in the package, but she's right there. Isn't that a beautiful color? Oh my gosh, you guys are probably saying, they all look the same, Sarah. And then if you're wanting on a budget, the Sheer For It blush tints are really good from e.l.f. And this is Cherry Cola. So this also, in my opinion, gives a stain and is great to use under because again, it gives kind of that sheer stained glass effect, and then you can layer a more pigmented shade over it, or you can just use that if you're wanting that more natural look. I'm hoping these are still in stock or coming back. The Vive Dimension Face Palette in Twilight. This is more of their fall tones. This color right there, which is just called Blush Intense, is like the perfect setting powder for all of these. Now granted, Piazza also comes in a powder form, so you can layer it as well, but this face palette is one of my favorites. So there you go. brown burgundy. Do you see how I'm like, well, some of them can kind of lend a little burgundy, you know? Yet probably some of these could too. I'm curious, what are your favorite tones to wear for fall? I'm gonna shut up and choose one. Let's do this. All right, I think I decided. We're gonna do a little mixy matchy. I'm gonna use a liquid. I have not used latte all season. It's just calling for it. But we're gonna do a little shadow blushing technique. If you guys follow Kellyanne, this is what she talks about. You're using a more neutral shade along the cheeks, and then you give a pop of color on the apple. I feel like I've been doing that for years, just never knew there was a name for it. So we're gonna try that. Let's try it with liquid latte, and I'm gonna go ahead and just use a little bit up on the temple as well to give a little bit of a bronzer vibe. I will say these are super easy to blend, and they give a lot of high impact color without a lot of product. And you can blend them straight on the face, unlike some products that just don't lend well to that. Gives you dimension. I could be done right there. Okay, I am pressing to blend, so not to move the product, but then we're gonna go ahead and do a pop. So we used a brown. Let's go into a berry tone. Just can't help it. Let's go into this Sochi one because it is more of that, I don't want to say setting, but because it's that cream to powder, it is going to kind of help lock this in place. And I do need my makeup to last all day, so a little goes a long way with these. But we're just gonna pop that right on the apple of the cheek. And this technique is supposed to give you that pop of color, but it kind of ombres into that other tone. So it's not just like, oh, you have a pop of berry just on your cheek. It gradually goes into that more neutral blush. And it makes it easier to wear more bold tones, in my opinion. We have a beautiful fall cheek, got a little bit of glow underneath, peeking out, and I used a couple of different fun fall shades. Okay, when it comes to Seint formulations, these are my favorite tones for fall. We have Renaissance Fig. So Renaissance is a matte satin, Fig is a semi-gloss, Black Cherry, which is just a cult favorite in Seint world for that plum look. Then we have Royal, which is more of a sheer burgundy-ish tone. Sandstone. So these are both glosses. Sandstone and Rosewood are both satin matte. So Sandstone, Rosewood is more into that brown family. Then we have Plum, which is another cool tone, and then Nude, which is a little bit warmer than that. These are both satins as well. So they are my fall favorite Seint shades as well. So I went ahead and filled in my brows. Since I didn't go heavy on the blush, but some people would think that this was heavy on the blush. I had more fun with my blush technique. I'm gonna go a little bit more easy on the lips and eyes. So first of all, let's go ahead. My lips are so dry, they're driving me nuts. Have you guys seen the brand Tilt? I love this brand. It's made so everything is really easy open. So those that maybe have difficulty opening products or packaging or have disabilities in their hands or something like that, all of their products are really easy and magnetic. I just think the concept is genius. I love it, and I love that there's a brand for that. So this is their peptide lip treatment. It's called Happy Hour. I'm gonna go ahead and put on this because it's like the most beautiful plummy tone, and I need some help with my lips. My lips are so chapped today. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go in with one of Seint's new pencils. Let's go ahead and do the Silk Pencil in Chai to kind of contour out the lip, because again, needing help there. These are just so easy to throw on. Blend out a little bit. My lips already look 10 times bigger. One of your guys' favorite shades from the launch was definitely the Lip Gelato in Raspberry, which looks dark and scary. I feel like you can just put a little bit on and it's like the perfect fall tone. Like not too dramatic, way better than it was. I'm gonna do a really easy eye look, starting with just Chai as my base all over the eye and lower lash line. Kind of even out my canvas. I'm gonna go into my Vive Muse palette because I wish we had a shade like this. I'm obsessed with this color. It's called Bow. And I'm gonna mix in a little bit of this Source just so I get a little bit more warmth. And I am only gonna use this in and above my crease just to kind of carve out my hood. It's like neutral, but a little bit more on that plum side. It doesn't scream plum, but it's just a hint. Just overboard with the eyes and keep it nice and natural. Definitely stop right there. But when I think eyes, I'm like fall eyes, plums, or warm browns, or even like olive greens. There's so many options. And I'm really dying to try this. I bought this recently after they sent me some of their liquid eyeshadows. I really do love their product. So Gen C, this is their mixed media metallic liquid eyeshadow in the shade Money Penny. Like, can you even? So I kind of want to try this, and I'm going to use it like an eyeliner, and I'm going to just use it along the lash line, just with the tip, and use a brush to kind of blur it out lightly along the lash line. I'm gonna use the BK Beauty 209 or this flat brush to kind of just press it, blend it out, and kind of pull it lightly. And then I'm gonna just use a little bit more in the outer corner. And let's see, the BK Angie Hot and Flashy A501, which will kind of just tap that in the outer corner, kind of into the crease a little bit, just for a little bit of extra depth there. And then literally not at all, much at all, can't talk, and take a little bit on the lower lash line, just in the outer corner. Oh my gosh, I love it. That color, it's beautiful. That was Money Penny. If needed, my secret weapon is always Seint's Bubba shade. Like, if it ever looks like something needs blended out, Bubba for the rescue. Like, it just fixes everything for me. I was gonna do eyeliner and I don't even feel like I need it. You guys know when I said natural, that's it. I need to stop. No eyeliner. I love this formula. So if you're looking for something long wearing and metallic, it's good. There you go. That's the finished look. I hope that gave you a little fall inspo. I mean, it still looks everyday natural, right? What do you guys think? Too much blush, not enough eyes. I definitely could go more drama. My plan was to use this new pencil I'm obsessed with, so I might put it on for pictures. The Makeup by Mario Master Pigment Pro Pencil in Plum. Let me just show you this color. Is that not the prettiest color for fall? Maybe we'll just put a little bit outer corner. I do love that there's a brush. Yeah, just a touch. You need a little bit of definition. Just a touch. This pencil, oh, I love that color. I waited for this to come back in stock for so long. It just really deep plum. It's perfect for fall. So there you go. There is a full face of all the things I love to hear what shades you guys like to wear for fall. Do you go more natural in the eyes? Do you wear as much blush as this? I used to be the most natural blush girl ever, and now I have the largest blush collection of any products in my collection. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and your favorite shades for fall season. As always, if you're needing help with your Seint color match or you're needing some new shades for fall, whether it's eyeshadows or lip and cheeks, I'll put my color match questionnaire down below so that I can help you get you everything you're looking for. And everything else I used in this video, I will put it in the description box down below so you can find it. I'll try to add some swatch pictures as well because that was a lot. As always, thank you guys so much for being here and watching. I'll see you next week. Love you. Bye.